Okay, so now we're going to look at something that is so important. This is one of the integral keys to success if you're going to have an anger program that creates radical positive lasting change. And it is this: mindset matters. Before you can adapt a person's skill set, you've got to be able to shift their mindset. One of the core beliefs of Anger Solutions is this: belief is the basis of action. Let me say that again. Belief is the basis of action. If you want to see a shift in behavior, you first got to help people shift their belief systems, challenge their belief systems. This is where we excel in Anger Solutions, using surgically precise leveraging tools to help move a client's mindset from one of limiting beliefs to beliefs that empower them. This is where traditional anger programs often fail, right? They provide options for behavior change without showing people how to shift what's going on up here. And listen, if belief is the basis of action, here's how this is going to play out. Someone insults someone you love. Your belief is that the only way to make this right is to teach that person a lesson. And the best way to teach that person a lesson is to tune them up physically. I could teach you to take a deep breath and count to 10 and walk away, but you're still going to want to tune them up, right? It's not going to change the fact that your belief system says, yeah, I could walk away, I could take a deep breath, but I'm not going to be satisfied, because the best way to solve this is to give that person a tune up. So what we have to do is we have to shift the belief to say the best way to resolve this is something else. And only when that individual believes that wholeheartedly will their behavior change. So instead of doing all this work to try and shift behavior, and to see people fall back into old patterns because their beliefs haven't changed, we focus on shifting beliefs instead. So what we want to do is we want to focus on mindset first. You've got to know what questions to ask. You have to ask the right questions. I'll give you an example. If I get up in the morning every day and I look in the mirror and I say to myself, ugh, why am I so fat? Do you know what's going to happen? My brain is going to tell me why I'm fat. It's not going to give me answers to help me lose weight. It's just going to answer the question that I asked. So we've got to ask the right questions if we want to shift clients into a mindset change. We need to ask the right question. Number 2, we need to engage clients in generating internal motivation to do the work. And this is what I was talking about, those surgically precise leveraging tools. The leveraging tools that are incorporated into Anger Solutions help clients to find internal motivation to continue to do the work. I don't know if you realize this, but in some programs that are operated in the community and even in a prison setting, have a dropout rate of up to 50%. Now, I know this is a little bit snarky on my part, but just think about this. You're in jail. You got nothing else to do. You've got nowhere to be, and you're still dropping out of group at a rate of 50%. So that tells me that there's something about those group programs that doesn't engage the clients enough to feel like they want to stick with it until the end. The retention rate of Anger Solutions groups, and we've been measuring this since 2003, the retention rate for Anger Solutions groups is over 80%. People are leveraged and motivated to want to change, and it means that they will stick with the program from start to finish. Now, there's always some attrition. People go to jail, people move away. If their housing isn't stable, they might have to go somewhere else in order to get stable housing. Some people get work and have to go to work. But typically, once people start this program, they finish, they stick with it. So we need to engage them and leverage them so that they will want to stay with it. So those are the 2 ways that we can shift people. And the third way is to leverage pain and pleasure. We leverage pain and pleasure. We use pain as a way to push people into change, because once they realize that the choices they are making are not working for them, they will stop making those choices and they'll want something else. And this is where we move pleasure in and we say, hey, this thing that you've been doing has been creating a lot of pain. It's been creating a lot of turmoil and trouble for you. But if you just shift a little bit, move your behaviors this way, then what happens is that you now feel more pleasure. You're getting more out of it. You're getting pleasurable outcomes. You're getting the outcomes that you want. And so these 3 ways are how we shift people's mindset. Know what questions to ask, engage them in generating internal motivation, and leverage pain and pleasure. When we come back, we're going to talk about this system that I promised you, the system for success.